I was playing craps at Mandalay Bay. That's my game, you know. And I win. I don't lose. Right? And I mean, I'm on a roll, man. And I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of hookers in Vegas, right? So as I'm playing, I see this girl staring at me at the end of the table. And obviously she's working, but she looked really young, right? And now, you know, as I'm looking at her going, what is this girl doing? Like, you know, she's a young girl. So I see her eyeing me. I grab my winnings and I go to the bar because I figured she couldn't follow me. So she follows me to the bar, right? So she puts up next to me, like ponies up, and then I look at her, I'm like, yo, what are you doing? She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, no, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, you know, and she's like, you know what I'm doing. I said, well, first of all, how old are you? She goes, I'm 21. I'm like, get out of here. Let me see your license, right? And it was a real license. It wasn't a fugazi, okay? Well, I used to make them, right? But then I start lecturing her, right? I'm like, what do you know? She had a kid, obviously. Right? I'm like, what are you doing? You're too young to do this. You got to rethink everything because there's some things in life you can't take back. But then I was like, you know, well, how much do you charge? And she said 500. And I'm like, that's it? So I had a chip. And I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you this chip. Go home. Think about everything, right? And she's like, I make 515 minutes. And I'm like, well, fuck you then, right? So I grab my stuff. I start walking out. And then a dude grabs me. It was a cop. And he's like, stay right there. And I'm like, dude, I didn't do anything, man, right? And then she starts walking over. And then I'm like, oh, shit, right? And so she walks over and she hands me a card. She was a cop, right? Then I'm like, you're a cop? And I'm like, how old are you? She's like 29. I'm like, oh, you look good for your age, you know? But she was like, you know, that's one of the sweetest things any guy's ever done for me, you know, when I've been on Vice for this many years. And I was this close.
To asking you to pee on me.